How does it feel?
Feels way different.
Hey everyone, this is Abby, your hygienist here at Two Time. You know the drill. Go ahead and like that button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments any content that you'd like to see. But let's go ahead and get started with our video. So today we have a very special patient. We ended up taking his braces off. He was in treatment for about a year and a half. And the reason being is because he didn't have too much crowding and he was very diligent and showing up to appointments. Another thing, he wore his rubber bands really well. So if you're not a good rubber band wearer, you're not doing your homework when you get home, then that can definitely delay your treatment. As the biggest thing that we're doing at the end of treatment is adjusting your bite. And that's really what we're waiting on our patients, is to making sure that they wear the rubber bands. So to get started with the appointment, and take off any of the brackets and molar bands. So we use our molar band removal, and then we'll remove any of the brackets. Sometimes you'll feel some sensitivity towards the front of the teeth as it only has one root and it's not anchored as much, so there's a little bit more mobility and tenderness up there. Biggest thing someone can do for you is they can put a cotton row right between your two front teeth and the top and the bottom, and you can bite down on it as they're removing those brackets, and it's gonna give you a little bit more comfortability. Our patient wasn't too sensitive, so he did pretty well with it. Once we remove all the brackets and the wires, we'll go ahead and take off any of the residual Fuji glue, the hardened blue glue that's around the molars from the molar brackets.
How does it feel?
Feels way different.
Once we remove all that glue, we're going to go ahead and take off the glue from the brackets on the teeth. We'll use our white little polishing burr. We'll use our white burr to remove any of the glue. As you can see, we're removing it on every tooth right here. Yes, it gets a little bit messy in the front, but we want to make sure we keep the water flowing, because the burr can get pretty hot and kind of be tender to the teeth. Once we remove all the glue, we're going to go ahead and polish the teeth with our white wheel burr, and we're going to go ahead and remove any of the residue glue and make the tooth really shiny. It's pretty quick and simple. This patient didn't have too much bleeding. Yes, his gums were a little bit puffy on the bottom, very common, but usually what you can do is go ahead and brush really well. Use your tooth bristles to remove any of the plaque that builds up in between and around the brackets. This will help minimize any of the buildup and reduce any of the inflammation in your gums. So whenever you get your braces taken off, your gums are not puffy, inflamed, and you might not risk the chances of your retainer not fitting because your gums are puffy.
Happy that you got your braces off? How long you wearing them?
Yeah,
What's the most you hate about your braces?
What
you didn't like?
we're getting food cotton though.
Really?
With the rubber bands too. Rubber bands or a pen. That's about it though.
Did it hurt?
A little bit. Every time you got a bigger wire, it hurts.
But you can manage, right?
Yeah.
So once we removed everything, we got everything polished, we went ahead and scanned the teeth. So scanning the teeth is kind of our post records, what we do of how the bite ends up. It's like digital impressions. So remember when you get those moldings of your teeth, that's what we do for the post records. Now what we do also is we go ahead and take our post pictures, so it's the intraoral pictures and our extraoral pictures, which is pretty much, this is all records. So the pictures, the scanning, the x-rays that we take, those are all post records that we take after treatment has been done. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and show you something special we haven't showed you in any of the other D-band appointments. What I mean by D-band is whenever they take their braces off. We took some alginate impressions, which are some moldings of his teeth, so we can have some clear retainer Essex, and Essex are clear retainers. So once we took the moldings of his teeth, what we do, we take it to the lab. In the lab, we pour the impressions up with what we call our yellow stone material or a pink stone material. There's no unleveling and it suctions correctly. We'll go ahead and suction the model. Once we take off the Essex from the model, then we'll go ahead and just kind of smooth out the edges, polish it really well, and then cut it and trim it, and we'll deliver it with the patient. So we went ahead and delivered the retainers. So the top one fit really tight, which is good. You want a good tight suction. However, it's going to be a little hard to take off and on in the beginning, so you always want to start from the back towards the front, and that's going to be a better way of removing the retainer. Now within time it'll kind of break in and it'll be easier for you to take on and off. Doesn't mean that it's going to lose its retention.
There you go.
Like that?
However, the lower on this patient did not fit well, so we needed to do a new molding of the teeth and then do a new Essex retainer. That's why it is really important for you not to schedule anything throughout the day whenever you have a D-band appointment, because of incidents like these. So you usually have your appointment, at least this is how we do it. We have your appointment in the morning, you're seen for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, you come back in the afternoon and you have the retainers delivered. If they do not fit you, then we have to do a new molding, and then now you have to wait again for the retainer. It is very important for you to still leave home that day with the retainer, because within those first 24 to 48 hours your teeth will shift. The biggest questions we get asked is how long do the patients have to use the retainers? So the patients usually have to wear the retainers for the first 6 months, day and night. After the first 6 months, up to a year, is nighttime wear only, or indefinitely until you feel comfortable. Usually a lot of patients continue to wear the retainers at night after a year. There's no wrong in doing that. It's perfectly fine. It's just more for peace of mind. Make sure you don't drink any sugary drinks like sodas, teas when you have your retainers on, because it will trap sugar and bacteria. If you like any of our content, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment below of anything that you'd like to see, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
If you like braces content and you want to see more, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below.
Yeah.